Students, myself Smita Kulkarni. Once again, I welcome you in our course Signals and System. We are continuing with our topic Operations on Signal from our unit number 1 Fundamentals of Signals and System. Already we see there are the two types of operations, dependent and independent operations. Dependent operations basically perform on y-axis on amplitude or strength of the signal. There are the different types of dependent operations: amplitude scaling, addition, subtraction, multiplication. Independent operations which perform on x-axis. There are the three types of independent operations: time shifting, time scaling, time folding. Already we completed time shifting. Again in time shifting there are the two types: time delay, which represents by x of n minus k. Minus k represents delay. Advance, n plus k, plus sign represents the advance. So whenever we have to perform time delay operation, we have to shift the signal on right side. Whenever we have to perform time advance operation, we have to shift the signal on left side. Now in this video we will continue with the independent operations type 2, time folding or reflection. So see the mathematical equation for time folding. In original signal is x of n, which presents from -3 to 4. Now in time folding, in place of x of n, we are here written x of minus n. So n becomes minus n, means here for example, here the n values, these are the number of samples. 1, 2, 3, these are the number of samples, n value. So this positive n becomes negative, and because of the minus negative n becomes positive. Indirectly we have to fold this signal, means positive samples comes on the negative side and negative samples comes on the positive side. This operation is called as a folding operations, because we are swapping the samples. Positive samples comes on the position negative side, negative samples comes on the position positive side because of x of minus n. So now here we will draw the signal x of n as a time folding operation as x of minus n. Okay, so see here, we'll draw first of all this positive samples comes on the position negative side. So on 1 amplitude is 1, which comes on -1. On 2 amplitude is 2, which comes on -2. On 3 amplitude is 2, which comes on -3. On 4 amplitude is 3, which comes on -4. In same way, on 0 amplitude is 1, which remains on 0 itself. On negative side, -1 amplitude is -1, which comes on positive side. On -2 amplitude is 3, which comes on again positive side. On -3 amplitude is 2, which comes on positive side. Okay, so observe the nature of the signal. The positive samples comes on negative sides and negative samples comes on positive side. So that's why this operation name is time folding, which is represented by x of minus n. Third type of independent operation is the time scaling. Again in time scaling there are the two types: time compression and time expansion. So for the time scaling, mathematical equation is x of a n, whereas a is a scaling factor. Based on this scaling factor, the type depends. If a is greater than 1 means compression, if a is less than 1 means expansion. So for example, here this is our original signal x of n, on which we have to perform time scaling operation. So first time scaling operation is time compression. So for example, for time scaling, y of n is equal to x of 2n. So observe here, scaling factor is equal to 2, which is greater than 1. So that's why, which type of operation is this? Time compression. So in time compression, see here in this equations, I'll give in detail how the samples we need to select. Now n is what? Number of samples. N varies from 0, 1 to -1, -2. See here, this signal 0 to 4, this signal -3 to 0. So now we have to substitute this value in this equation. So n is equal to 0, so 2 into 0 becomes x of 0. N is equal to 1, 2 into 1, x of 2. x of 4, x of minus 2, x of means from our original signal, this is what y of n is equal to. This equation is what? Y of n is equal to x to n. So what we are getting, these all values are what? Y of n. So y of 0 indirectly here, the y of 0 is equal to x of 0. So on 0 right now there is a no sample. So here no sample. When y of 1, when n is equal to 1, y of 1 is equal to x of 2. What is the sample on x of 2? 2. But that sample we have to draw where? On a position of n is equal to 1, y of 1. So that's why on y of 1 the sample is equal to 2. So here on y of 1. Okay, next, when n is equal to 2 means y of 2 is equal to x of 4. So what is on x of 4? The sample is equal to 3, which is on y of 2. In the same way on negative side, what is y of minus 1? X of minus 2. So select here y of minus 1 is equal to, with the amplitude 3. Next, when n is equal to minus 2 means y of minus 2 is equal to x of minus 4. On x of minus 4 we don't have any sample. So that's why this is our final output for y of n. If you observe your original signal x of n having how many number of samples? From minus 3 to 4. So total samples are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But after compression operation, how many samples we are getting? From minus 1 to 2. So only total 4 samples we are getting. On 0 there is no sample. So but we have to consider this 0th position also. So how the compression operation we perform? By substituting here x of 2n. Scaling factor is equal to 2, which is greater than 1. So original signal gets compressed from minus 3 to 4 to minus 1 to 2. So by substituting this value, by practice you no need to substitute always this value. See here scaling factor is 2. Indirectly we select the samples which is on the positions of multiple of 2. On 0 we have to consider. Then we consider the sample on 2. We consider the sample on 4. Here again we consider sample on minus 2. On minus 4 we don't have. Okay. Suppose here x is equal, x of 3n is given. So then we have to consider the sample which is on a multiple of 3, like 3, 6, 9. Okay. So this is the time compression operation. So main important thing is what? When scaling factor is greater than 1, compression. In the same way, second type of time scaling is a time expansion. In this case, a is less than 1. Okay. Expansion when your scaling factor is less than 1. Now for example here x upon 2, x by 2 means indirectly scaling factor is 0.5, which is less than 1. So because of that, which operation we have to perform here? Expansion, as this is a discrete signal. So in discrete signal always number of samples are having an integer value. Non-integer value we are not considering. Now see how we are solving this. Now these are the n values we are finding out for y is equal to, correct? So see here for y of n is equal to 0. So your equation is what? X 0 upon 2 x of 0. So for y of 0, x of 0, on x of 0 there is no sample. So no sample we are drawing on 0. Next, when n is equal to 1, y of 1 is equal to 1 divided by 2. So 1 means 0.5. We are not considering 0.5. So we are not considering this. There is a no sample. Next, when n is equal to 2 means y of 2 is equal to x of 1. So what is the sample present on 1? That is sample number 1 is amplitude 1. But this sample we have to kept on which position? Y of 2. Y of 2. So that's why this sample comes on the position 2. Next, on 3 again no sample. On 4 means y of 4 is equal to x of 2. Y of 4 is equal to x of 2. So on y of 4 we have to select the sample which is on position of x of 2. So on 4 amplitude is 2. In the same way again for this minus 3 we are not considering any For 3 we are not considering the sample. 4, so y of 4 is equal to x of 2. So on x of 2 we drawn here x of y of 4 is equal to x of 2. In the same way, this sample x of 3, switch on the position 6. On 4th, this sample we have to shift on 8 with the amplitude 3. Correct? On the negative side, again same, there is a no samples, so here we are not drawing any samples. Then y of minus 2 is equal to x of minus 1. So y of minus 2 is equal to x of minus 1, which is a minus 1. Y of minus 4 is equal to x of minus 2. Y of minus 6 is equal to 2. Correct? So your original signal is it from minus 3 to 4, but now after time expansion operation, now new signal is from minus 6 to 8. So that's why this is the expanded version of the signal. This is your compression version of the signal. So again I'll repeat, time scaling 2 types, compression and expansion. It is depending upon the scaling factor. If A is greater than 1, compression; A is less than 1, expansion. Okay. Now next is very important rule, precedence rule for time shifting and time scaling. So in precedence, see now this mathematical equation x of n a n minus k. So now in this there is a combination of both the operations, time shifting and time scaling. In this situation we have to follow the precedence rule. What is the precedence rule? Step 1, first perform always time shifting. Step 2, second perform time scaling. So always if this kind of operation we want to perform on our x of n signal, that y of n is equal to x of 2n minus 1. So here in this case always first preference, first step is perform time shifting operation and then perform time scaling operation. So now in this numeric, which type of time shifting is there? Because of negative sign, it's a delay operation. So already we seen for the delay we have to shift the signal on right side. So first operation we are performing, that is time shifting n minus 1. This signal, this x of n, we have to shift it on which side? On right side. So now I am drawing here the signal. Now because of delay, in place of minus 3, this signal starts on minus 2 because of minus 1. So I'll draw, see the amplitudes I am taking the same. On 3 amplitude is 2, on minus 3 amplitude is 2, which comes on minus 2. On minus 1 amplitude is which comes on minus 1. Okay, see here how I am drawing. I am shifting this signal on right side. Correct? On 0, right now we don't have any value. So on 1 we are not drawing any sample. See here, on 0 we don't have any sample. So on 1 we are not drawing any samples. On 1 shift on right side, 2 on 3, 3 on 4, okay, and 4 on 5. So here we first completed time shifting operation, that is time delay. We shift the signal on right side by 1. Now step 2, perform time scaling operation on time shifting. Now don't consider this signal. Now we have to consider time shifted signal. On this time shifted signal we have to perform time scaling. Observe the scaling factor is greater than 1, means which type of scaling? Compression. Okay. So as scaling factor is 2, so we are selecting the samples which are on a multiple of 2. So here this minus 2 sample we are selecting, which comes on minus 1. On 0 the sample is minus 1. Correct? Then on 2 which comes on 1. Then 3 we are not considering. 4 which comes on 2. Correct? Again 5. So this is our final output, that is after performing time shifting and time compression, our final y of n is equal to the signal which presents from minus 1 to 2. So this is called as a precedence rule. So always first perform time shifting and then perform time scaling operation. Okay. Now here we are taking one more example based on the continuous signal. So this is the original signal, continuous. As the continuous signal, we have to consider all the values of the signal. This signal is from 0 to 2, having the amplitudes 1 and 2. So again here we have to perform the operation. Now y of t is equal to 2 into x of 2t minus 1. So see, step by step we are performing now these operations. First of all, we are performing independent operations. Again in independent operations, according to precedence rule, we are performing first time shifting. Which type of shifting is this? Minus sign indicates delay. So we have to shift this signal on right side because of delay. Second step, perform time scaling. Observe the scaling factor here, 2, which is greater than 1. So that's why compression. And then perform dependent operation. Which type of dependent operation? Amplitude scaling, means your multiply your signal by the scaling factor 2. So first step 1, we shift this signal, original signal, on right side by 1. So in place of 0, our signal now starts on 1, in 1, 2, 3. So this represents the delay value. This represents 0 to 1 is delay, correct? Now signals is delayed by 1, so that's why it's in place of 0. Now signal starts on 1. After time shifting, we have to perform time scaling compression. So in case of continuous signal, we are considering entire signal. So because of scaling, now this signal width reduces. Now the scaled compressed signal is from 0.5 to 1.5. And third step, amplitude scaling. In amplitude scaling, we are multiplying amplitude. Original amplitudes are what? 1 and 2. That gets multiplied with the 2. So that's why here the amplitudes are 2 and 4. Okay. So here we are completed with our topic operations on signal. Two types of operations, independent and dependent operations. Okay. So thank you.